to dispel some of the common problems or to aid in some of the common problems I'm finding with the valve and the infusion caddy with the Affinity infusion machine. The biggest problem we have is most people think of the Affinity machine as a espresso machine, and the Affinity machine works, even though it looks like an espresso machine, this looks like an espresso handle, it works exactly the opposite. And there's some other very important aspects of the operation of this that are important. Number one being that this insert, which has a gasket here, needs to be checked on a weekly basis. And the way that we go about checking that is to pop it out. Now, the first difference you're going to notice is that it requires a little bit of effort because this is sealed in there and it's actually held in with a wire. And so you'll need to take something. You can take another insert. I always recommend having a spare insert on hand because that way you can clean one and soak one and eliminate any blockages that may be in these tiny holes here. Because you have to check these by holding it up to the light so that you can see through the holes. And if the holes are blocked, you have to either get a new one. They're very inexpensive, so it's almost worth getting a new one, or soak this once a week. So what we do is you have your clean one, and then this is the used one. So you can take this and over the ear, you want to take and pry this like that in a twisting motion. And you can do it on either side to allow it to happen more quickly. So then you'll see here, when you look at this facing you, you've got a U-shaped gasket. You pull this off, inspect the gasket for any breakages, any crushing, any leaks, or any splitting. If the gasket is fine, you can replace the gasket. Sometimes the gasket just becomes misseated and needs to be reset. But if it's time to change the gasket, then what you want to do is take your dirty insert and soak that one, and take the new insert and place the gasket on like this so that the open part of the gasket is facing you, right here. Then you want to take this and make sure your wire is in the groove. There's a groove here and there's a wire there. Now what I normally do is put one side of the gasket, if you can see this, I put one side of the gasket in first. And what that allows me to do is seat this down properly. If you try to do it like this, what happens most of the time is it doesn't go in evenly. So I put one side down evenly, get a good seat on that, and then put the other side down. Now you're still going to have a lift right here where it has not fully seated. So at that point you want to take your knock box and or a towel and to seat it in properly. Okay? Again, let me go through this one more time. Pop it out like this over that ear, and if you want to do it evenly, pop it out over either ear. Okay? Sideways. And then go ahead and... Now, what that should do is should allow you to get the ears into the chamber, and making sure that both ears are in. This is a procedure that should not be completed by a first-time user or somebody that this is a manager procedure that can evaluate this. A maintenance procedure, somebody that does the maintenance should actually do. Once you get it into the ears locked, then you pull it over very tightly and then leave it overnight in there very tight, pulled as far as you can over, and that will seat the gasket. Most of the time we should do this in the evening. Okay, so I'm going to go one more time.